In the middle of nowhere, the secrets of the world's most iconic landmarks, the national monuments, are about to be revealed. Get ready for a journey into the hidden depths of history and uncover fascinating details you didn't know existed. From secret doors, hidden rooms, and to crazy stories, these monuments hold more than meets the eye. Explore the mysterious secrets buried under these massive landmarks. Join us as we unveil the secrets of these national treasures, hidden in plain sight. The stories are about to be told, and you won't believe what's been concealed beneath the surface of these remarkable monuments. Stay tuned for the ultimate revelation of the mysteries you never knew were there. The Supreme Court. Number 10. The Supreme Court, situated in Washington, D.C., is the highest legal authority in the U.S. Known for dealing with significant cases like Marbury v. Madison and Gibbons v. Ogden, it has a surprise hidden on the 5th floor. Above the main courtroom, there's a basketball court where Supreme Court employees play. This unique court, established in the 1940s from a former storage room, offers a different kind of competition for courthouse workers, just a few floors above where important legal battles occur. The Supreme Court isn't just about legal disputes. It's also home to a basketball court for friendly matches. This ain't your typical legal battleground. It's a sports club as well. The Monument. Number 9. The Monument. Check out the Monument. The monument to the Great Fire of London, often just called the Monument, is a tall column situated near the northern part of London Bridge. In 1666, a devastating fire engulfed major parts of London, claiming 6 lives and rendering nearly 85% of the population homeless. 11 years later, the monument, a 202-foot-tall pillar, was erected to commemorate the fire's impact and celebrate the city's reconstruction. But the real surprise is at the bottom of the pillar. There's an underground area, accessed through a hatch. This used to be a laboratory where Robert Hooke, one of the monument's designers, did his scientific experiments. Hooke ingeniously transformed the pillar into a zenith telescope by placing lenses at the top and bottom, 200 feet apart, and using a special eyepiece. Despite its clever design, Hooke's telescope faced challenges. Vibrations from nearby traffic caused both the structure and the telescope to wobble, leading Hooke to abandon his ambitious experiment. Adjacent to the location where the fire was finally extinguished, a lesser-known monument was established, a statue of a small boy known as the Golden Boy of Pie Corner. The Brooklyn Bridge. Number 8. The Brooklyn Bridge. Situated close to the Statue of Liberty is the Brooklyn Bridge, constructed in 1883. This renowned bridge over the East River, connecting Lower Manhattan and Brooklyn, was originally designed for non-automotive traffic. Within the massive stone anchorages of the Brooklyn Bridge, there are expansive vaults that were once leased to companies for storage purposes. These hidden spaces beneath the iconic structure served various functions, including storing wine and non-alcoholic items during the Prohibition era. The thick granite walls of these vaults provided ideal conditions for wine storage. One specific vault, referred to as the Blue Grotto, showcased exquisite frescoes depicting European vineyards, adding a unique and visually appealing aspect to the wine storage area. During World War II, the city assumed control of these vaults. Contrary to expectations, these concealed spaces were repurposed for maintenance storage instead of military use, marking a departure from their lively past. Following the revoking of the 1934 Prohibition Act, wine importers like Anthony Oakes occupied the vaults. Oakes and his company swiftly transformed the space and started hosting parties inside it. From wine storage and artistic frescoes to celebratory gatherings, the Brooklyn Bridge transcends its role as a transportation icon. This iconic bridge is a well-known part of New York City's skyline, featuring prominently in movies and TV shows, and holds a significant place in the city's history. The Lincoln Memorial. Number 7. The Lincoln Memorial. The Lincoln Memorial, a neoclassical monument honoring Abraham Lincoln, has stood as an iconic landmark in America since its opening in 1922. It is Washington, D.C.'s most visited tourist site, featuring on the back of pennies and $5 bills. While approximately 100 million people visit the memorial annually, many are unaware of the story that remains buried beneath the marble floor. Construction on the Lincoln Memorial began in 1914 on the marshy Potomac Flats. To ensure stability, workers excavated 65 feet underground, creating a man-made underground chamber with dirt floors and walls, adorned with graffiti from construction workers. Despite its outward appearance of symmetry, the memorial employs a visual illusion. The outer walls, fronts, and columns intentionally tilt slightly inward to correct perceived distortions when viewed from a distance, creating an optical balance, as explained by the National Park Service. To counteract the swampy foundation, 122 concrete columns were installed, connecting the memorial to stable bedrock. This engineering achievement ensures a robust base for the imposing structure. In March 2023, Consili Construction commenced a $69 million project to construct a museum within the memorial. Expected to open in 2026, this museum will reveal the construction history of the Lincoln Memorial, bringing its concealed aspects to the public's attention. The Washington Monument. Number 6. The Washington Monument. The Washington Monument, situated at the west end of the National Mall in Washington, D.C., serves as a tribute to the first U.S. President, George Washington. As the tallest structure in the city, it stands at 555 feet 5 1/8 inches, second only to radio towers. Notably, the monument's marble blocks are interconnected solely through gravity and friction, with no mortar used in the construction process. A lesser-known detail involves a 12-foot replica of the Washington Monument concealed beneath a manhole cover near the original. Installed in 1898, this miniature version acts as a geodetic marker employed by surveyors for precise measurements during the 19th century. Geodetic markers, like the hidden replica, were crucial tools for the mapping experts seeking accurate measurements. This particular benchmark, confidently positioned near the Washington Monument, played a crucial role in historical land surveying. The Washington Monument's differences in color are not attributable to lighting effects, but stem from the use of different stones during construction. The distinct color change in the lower portion results from a switch in quarries, contributing to a unique visual contrast. These cool details add complexity to the iconic Washington Monument, leaving us with distinctive facets that many visitors may not be familiar with. Notre Dame. Number 5. Notre Dame. Notre Dame, the renowned cathedral in Paris, might not be as wild as the catacombs, but it conceals some intriguing mysteries beneath its floors. Undoubtedly, one of the most exquisite Gothic cathedrals globally, Notre Dame Cathedral dates back to the 12th century and was completed in the 14th, serving as the vibrant center of medieval Paris. Following the 2019 fire, archaeologists were sent for restoration efforts. As they excavated the cathedral's floor, they unearthed 2 tombs containing the remains of prominent personalities that were centuries old. One tomb contained the remains of an unidentified man afflicted by a chronic dental condition, believed to be a nobleman or lord from the 14th century. The other tomb housed Antoine de la Porte, the canon of Notre Dame, who passed away in 1710. Despite the sacred nature of their burial, there is limited information about these men. These skeletal revelations beneath Notre Dame may not be suitable for the faint of heart. If you enjoyed what you just saw, make sure to click the like and subscribe buttons so you'll get even more fantastic content. The Paris Catacombs. Number 4. The Paris Catacombs. The Paris Catacombs, an extensive underground burial site established in the late 18th century to address the increasing number of corpses in Paris, became the vault for human remains relocated from overcrowded cemeteries. These bones were methodically arranged to create the well-known catacomb columns that continue to exist till this day. While the Paris catacombs are widely recognized and draw over 550,000 visitors annually, this unconventional graveyard still harbors some enigmas. In 2004, during a police exploration of the dark passages, an unexpected discovery was made of an unauthorized cinema. The secret setup included an improvised movie screen, a stocked bar, and a kitchen. Among the findings was a metal container with wires on the cavern floor, initially causing alarm but later identified as a couscous pressure cooker. Who would have imagined that the most bizarre secret in the Paris catacombs involved someone enjoying couscous as a prohibited cinema snack? It was indeed a peculiar revelation. In the catacombs, there are the bones of over 6 million people from Paris. The walls are decorated with skulls and other bones, and they've been like this for many years. It makes the catacombs one of the most interesting and somewhat frightening places to visit around the world. Today, the catacombs are a way to reminisce about the history of Paris and the fact that everyone comes to the end of their life eventually. Trafalgar Square. Number 3. Trafalgar Square. Trafalgar Square in London is a public place with many interesting things to see, like galleries, old buildings, statues, and glorious monuments. The Greater London Authority takes care of the square and supports different events there throughout the year. But there's something which will blow your mind. In the southeast corner, there's a police station, but it's the smallest one in Britain. It's as tiny as a phone booth and could fit a police officer or a couple of prisoners. You might wonder why a tourist spot needs a police station. Well, Trafalgar Square originally was never a place for pictures and souvenirs. Back in 1844, when it first opened, people used it to gather and protest. After some big fights in 1926, they decided to have a police station there to keep an eye on protests and call for emergency help if necessary. So, in 1927, they got creative and used the base of a lamppost to make this small police station. As radio communication got better, the police didn't need it as much. Now it's not used by the police at all. It's a storage space for the Westminster Council cleaners. The Eiffel Tower. Number 2. The Eiffel Tower. The Great Eiffel Tower is a famous symbol of Paris. It was built in a little over 2 years and became the main attraction at the 1889 World's Fair, celebrating the 100th anniversary of the French Revolution and showing off France's modern industry. Gustave Eiffel designed it, using 7,300 tons of iron and 2.5 million rivets. More than 2 million people visited during the fair. If you're not afraid of heights, you can climb to the top and treat yourself to a glass of champagne from the Champagne Bar while enjoying the fantastic view. Gustave Eiffel made a private apartment for himself at the top of the Eiffel Tower, providing an incredible view of Paris. The apartment had a couch, piano, desks, kitchen, bathroom, and living room, including a toilet. Although Gustave didn't use it much for sleeping, he entertained important guests like Thomas Edison there. In 1944, as the Nazis were losing control of Paris, Adolf Hitler wanted to destroy the city, including the Eiffel Tower. Plans were made to put explosives on the tower, but Allied troops arrived before it happened. Even though Paris faced damage in air raids, the Eiffel Tower survived the war without any noticeable harm. In the early 1900s, a secret radio telegraphy station was built under the Eiffel Tower. By 1913, telegrams sent from the station could reach the United States. During World War I, it became important for disrupting German communications. The Statue of Liberty. At number 1, we've the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty in New York City attracts almost 5 million visitors every year. It has been the most renowned symbol for freedom and hope since it was finished in 1886. Even though many people still visit Liberty Island, not everyone knows about the interesting things hidden inside this famous statue. Before they put the statue together, they placed special things in a time capsule below it. These things include a copy of the US Constitution, a picture of the sculptor, Frederick August Bartholdi, and 20 medals with pictures of US presidents. Nobody has opened this time capsule since the statue was built. Some people on the internet even say there might be a hidden door to it under Lady Liberty's foot, but nobody knows for sure. There is also a debate among historians about the face of Lady Liberty. Some think it looks like Libertas, the Roman god of liberty, while others think it might look like the sculptor's brother, Jean-Charles Bartholdi. Unfortunately, Frederick the sculptor passed away in 1904, so we can't be sure. Did you know that right by Lady Liberty's feet there are broken chains and shackles? This is a strong symbol that represents freedom from being treated badly and controlled. It's a powerful message about being set free, but sometimes people don't notice it. The original torch that Lady Liberty held was changed during a restoration in 1984. The old torch is now inside the pedestal, and visitors can see it up close. Here's a cool secret. Inside the statue, there's a small balcony near the top. It's not open to the public, and it used to be like an apartment for the person who designed the statue, Frederick August Bartholdi. How cool is it to discover such a hidden gem within the iconic statue? Drop a comment and share your thoughts in the comment section. And that's it, folks. We've literally covered 10 national monuments that have an infamous backstory. Remember, it's not just a monument. It's a treasure trove of hidden secrets waiting to amaze you. Join us again soon for another exciting episode as we continue to unveil the hidden secrets that make these national monuments. Until then, keep exploring and discovering the mysteries that lie beneath the surface. It's goodbye from Astonishify.